And as promised, joining us is Tricia Holderman. She is the Elite Facility Systems internationally recognized. She is with them, and she's one of the leading authorities in the field of cleaning buildings. And thank you very much, Tricia, for joining us on the Tom Marsh Show.
Absolutely. And so what we are seeing in some of these hotels right off the bat, the absolute worst thing is the remote control.
There you go. You told them. I was going to wait to tell them.
But, sorry. You should have warned me.
No, that's okay.
The other thing that's even scarier is the shower floors.
The telephone and the remote control, and if you stop to figure it out, the remote control is my producer, Gary St. Hours, thought about it for a minute and said it made sense. And the telephone gets an awful lot of use as well, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, then do you suggest that when people, and the maids do a fairly good job, let's not, I'm not saying anything about them, the people who make up the room, but do you suggest when people are traveling that they carry a small container with them of something so that they can go right to that remote and right to that telephone?
Absolutely. There's a couple of places that I would suggest. And the absolute first, remote control. And then very close to the top of the list, shower floors, because we're seeing that the showers are just getting wiped down. They're not actually getting disinfected. So there are just germs galore on the shower floors.
So a few sprays of something onto the shower floor, then you run the hot water out of it and the germs are gone.
Nope. Absolutely opposite. What you want to do is use the little wipes, because the wipes are actually picking up the germs as they are putting the disinfectant down. And the last thing you want to do is run water, because you want that disinfectant to set for 3-5 minutes, something like that, so it actually kills the germs. If you rinse it off immediately, the problem is you've done absolutely nothing.
Now, Tricia, are you talking about the wipes that they sell in stores?
Sure.
By the way, I did have...
they have the travel packages now.
Yeah,
you can carry a little travel one.
It's time for me to make an apology. I was talking to a listener over in Cambridge, which is over... Are you coming to us from somewhere in Texas today?
I am, Dallas, Texas.
I can always figure these things out. But anyway, we have across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and we had a fellow call on a totally different subject, and then he told me, out of the clear blue, that he was told by a plumber never to flush more than one wipe at a time. I couldn't figure it out right away until I took a look at the wipe container, and right on the container it said, do not flush more than one wipe at a time. But you're talking about, you go into the hotel room, you take the wipe or two out, you go onto that, and it's usually a shower, it's not a tub. You go onto the floor, you wipe it down, you let it stay a few minutes, you wash your hands, then you rinse it, and you have all the germs off the shower floor.
Yeah, and actually you don't even need to rinse it. Once you put the disinfectant down, it's doing its job. So just the next time you get in the showers, it's fine.
Well,
and when we say shower floor, it could be, a lot of showers are in the bathtub, so you definitely want to wipe those down.
Yeah. And when I saw that, that what led me to want you on today is that I do see that a lot of infectious viruses are transmitted this way, and that one of them from the TV remote wound up with E. coli. And when I read that, I said, holy Toledo.
That's right. Somebody went to the bathroom and did not wash their hands afterwards, and then went straight to the remote control. That's how that's transmitted.
So, Tricia, I have to ask you. Tricia is going to go on the road for your Elite Facility Systems, and you're going to be gone 3 or 4 days. What do you take with you?
I always take a travel size of the disinfectant wipes, and I always take sanitizer. And when I get to the airport, there's little security bins. They are just teeming with germs because 1,000 people have touched them and they've never been cleaned. In the airplane, I don't let the air blow directly on my face, because the guy who sneezed behind me, germs is coming through that air, and all I would be doing is throwing those things into my eyes, my nose, my mouth. So I put the airflow a little bit lower down or off to the side. When I get to the hotel, after I've gotten off the elevator, I sanitize, because elevator buttons are by far worse than anything you will find in the actual room.
Oh, my goodness.
Nobody's wiping those.
Oh, my goodness. You're right again.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that you mentioned the TSA and the hand sanitizer, because the gray containers, and
Yeah.
I have a tremendous interest in aviation to begin with, but those gray containers, all kinds, shoes, belts, jackets, all kinds of, all day long, and they don't get cleaned. And if you just let yours go through, and then when you're cleared and you get to put your belt back on and you're putting your stuff together, a little bit of the hand sanitizer and you wipe it down, and any germs that you may have had, you will not have any longer.
Exactly. Sanitizer is by far the most important thing you can carry, and I think most people understand that, having gone through this whole Ebola learning process that everybody did, that how simple and easy it is to move a germ from one country to the next even.
Yeah, and the one good thing about the hand sanitizer is that, you can't bring, I believe, more than 3 ounces on a flight with you, and you would have to show it as you went through, like with your little tube of toothpaste or whatever you were taking.
Right.
But they do have them in 3 ounces, so it would be no problem getting through, and then you have it. I might sound like I'm a little paranoid over all of this, but after reading all of this prep material, I said, Tom, you've got to start to take the next time you go on a trip. And just now what you've said on the plane, there will be a little hand sanitizer in the bag, I guarantee you.
Very good. And that is one of the most important things that you can do.